All right, here we go. Another edition of TDM Talk. Got the homie, man, in the house. The
Let's
young
do it.
Pope, the real young Pope. What's the
Why
deal,
Pete?
bro?
Hey man, I appreciate it, man. We're gonna run it back. I know we were already here doing it.
I was just about to say, a lot of people don't know we had an episode done, and part of the footage got damaged, and got the second half though.
Okay.
We'll probably upload that. Well, we'll upload that prior to this,
Mm-hmm.
just to kind of get a little insight. But man, how's everything been? I mean, shit. Even the studio's different since the last time you came, which
Yeah.
wasn't that long ago. We got the TV up, got your
Mm-hmm.
videos playing in the background.
Right, right. Nah, that's nice. I mean, y'all see the TV going on. I mean, like I said, man, 2025. The first thing I want to do is come here, TDM talk, show some love, and really speak out on what's gonna come down in the future because I've been working hard. I mean, last year I was working hard. I might have only released maybe like three singles
Okay.
at the most, but in the storage I got plenty of them. So really, that's why I want to just kind of come here into a new platform that I haven't been on because I know you got a different fan base. I'm
Yeah.
really just trying to step into a lot of podcasts, a lot of different interviews, or even if there's YouTubers, Twitch streamers anywhere
Okay.
in Houston. I'm just trying to do it as
Yeah.
much as I
Get some
can this year.
content.
Yeah,
Just get out there and get yourself known.
exactly.
I feel like every artist should be doing that. If
Hmm.
not, I think you're doing yourself a disservice because most people just rely on hoping people would see their Instagram or their YouTube, right? They just
Right,
post
right.
just to post. Like, nah, you got to do more than that, dog. Like,
Exactly. Yeah,
even me,
yeah.
me not being an artist, I go and hit up different podcasts. Or, yo,
Hmm.
let me be on your podcast, and then you can come on mine, or if you want to be, on mine first. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like either or. But yeah, you got to network, man. Networking is so
exactly.
key because there's no way around that. Like you got to
Hmm.
get out there, dog. Like
Yeah,
it's very
yeah.
few people who have hit it big and made it, I guess, so to speak, right?
Exactly.
Where they just didn't go nowhere. Nah,
Mm-mm.
they had to go out. They had to go do shows. They had to go even to events. I've always told artists this, like, yo, go to
Exactly.
events and meet people, man.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
Yep.
So
Yep.
man, I feel like we're gonna be asking like the same questions, but of course
Hmm.
they didn't see the last interview that
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
did. So I guess I want to start off. I see you with the robe and the name Young
Hmm.
Pope. So how did that get started? Like how did you come up with that?
Yeah. Yeah. So this really was a dream. Like off the rip, I always tell the story. This was a dream of mine. One day, I guess I fell asleep. I was thinking about the music stuff.
Yeah,
Planning, wanted to be on the top charts, all that. Whatever it was that was in my head before I went to bed. That's what it was. In my dream, I was standing up in front of like a crowd. I was like on stage, but like on the background, it was kind of like a church. I don't know if you ever seen those Mexican style churches. They got
yeah,
those colored windows in the
yeah,
background. So I saw that, and then I looked down and I seen a bunch of crowd. Right, so I'm like, damn, this shit going crazy.
yeah.
I looked down on myself and I'm wearing like a white robe.
Hmm.
And ever since then, like whenever like I finally woke up from the dream, like I was like, well, I felt like I was the Pope, but I
Yeah,
felt like a music Pope, music style Pope, or if I was like a special artist but dressed up
yeah.
as the Pope. So from there on, I wanted to do something with Pope, and at first it was just Pope MC, which was my initials for my name.
Okay.
But then I started thinking about it, Pope MC. There's a lot of MCs out there. It really doesn't sound good or whatever, right? So
Mm,
then I started thinking, well, should everybody always ask me how old am I because I look 16, 18,
yeah.
I look really young.
Mm-hmm.
And I just put one and two together, Young Pope. So that's how I started going with the Young Pope thing.
So when you get older, you're gonna be the old Pope.
Man, I was thinking about that. So I was thinking about that, and that's the beauty of it because, like, the real Pope,
Yeah.
he damn near 80,
Yeah.
85, and he's always going to be the Pope.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, it don't matter at what age I get to, I'm always going to be the Pope, even if I got to take that young out. Might be the old Pope,
Yeah, that's
OG
what
Pope.
I want to say Young Jeezy was one of the ones that did that, took the young
Oh, yeah,
off his
yeah, yeah.
name. Like he just goes by Jeezy now. I think even Little Wayne is just like Wayne
Wayne, Wheezy, something
Wheezy or
like that.
Wayne or nah, they might I think they still refer to him as Little Wayne. But I mean he's short, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
always can fit him. I guess the young part.
Mm-hmm.
Like Little Flip, I don't know if you ever met Little Flip, but he's not little. Like he's he's pretty tall.
Yeah.
But
No, I
anyway,
haven't met him.
man, yeah, that's always an interesting when someone has an interesting name or a name that not
Yeah.
you see every day.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know what's the story behind it, and sometimes it's like it's like with us, them damn
Yeah.
Mexicans. They always want to know how did you even come up with that because
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty catchy or whatever.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So we just celebrated Christmas and New Year's, the holidays because
Exactly.
you came in like right before all that. I want
Yeah.
to say
Mm-hmm.
or maybe a little bit before that. How was the holidays for you, man? Everything was cool.
Man, the holidays, I kind of just like I told you, I worked throughout the year. I got my music in the vault. I got my ideas saved up.
Yeah,
I got videos saved up. The holidays, honestly, I just enjoyed it with the family.
yeah,
I decided, you know what, I'm gonna put all that behind me because not only was I doing music and stuff, this past year was really good for me. I mean, most people won't know, unless I say it, but I bought me a new crib in the suburbs. I'm a suburbs guy now,
okay,
man.
yeah.
I'm
That's
talking about
congratulations.
brand new, thank you, but brand new crib. When I got there, I was seeing it build it from ground up, so I accomplished that. I paid off my vehicles. That's something crazy that
Yeah,
now I tell myself I'm never gonna buy a new
I
truck
was say
because
not everybody can do that,
yeah.
and
So the holidays, bro, I feel like I accomplished a lot. So I just kind of chill for the holidays.
okay.
And now coming 2025, now it's time to put the gas, pedal to the metal again and
And
kind of
what
get it going.
and for you, what does that mean? Like putting the pedal to the metal, like
Yeah.
put all people say all gas no brakes or
Right,
whatever,
right, right.
like. But for you, what does that mean? Like, what do you have in the works?
Yeah. So for me, I feel like when you're really working as hard as you say you are, you gotta be posting a lot of content. That's kind of what I mean by, pedal to the metal is posting a lot of content. Even
Mm-hmm.
if it's me going to podcast, putting like clips, which they call it clip farming. They get like a whole hour interview, maybe get 10 to 20 clips and post them every day, all day.
Yeah,
Might do that, might shoot some videos, post clips of the music videos, post new songs, collab with different artists, pop out to random places and just be shown, or might even do shows now, which a lot of the times I've always talked about paying for shows, but now I kind of want to emphasize on that a little later. But go to shows, perform at shows, even if I'm at a damn country club, they don't know anything about reggaeton, hip hop, perform there too. You never know. I mean, I'm just
yeah,
trying to get clips. That's at the end of the day, I've noticed nowadays, bro, clips is what makes you go viral and makes you get known out there. Cause that's a lot of people have been blowing up with nothing but 30 to 40-second clips nowadays, bro. It's kind of
yeah,
wild.
yeah. It's true, man. I mean, that's pretty much what we pride ourselves in here is just
Mm-hmm.
the constant content, whether it be the interviews, the episodes that we put out, the clipping,
Yeah.
all that, man. Is just we record everything. We had a photo shoot here not too long ago with some of the gang, and
Yeah.
we did a little reel, we did little shorts and clips, and we posted that, So
Yeah.
I trust me, I get it when you say you gotta. It's a job. It really
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
job.
It is. It
It's a
is a
lot of
job.
work to be in people's faces to be able to put yourself out there.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. So yeah, besides that, uh, I mean, just keeping the income coming, as much as you can. Because at the end of the day,
Hmm.
without income, none of this thing is gonna be possible. You're not gonna have money. You're not gonna be able to do music videos. You're not gonna be able to go pop out on shows and stuff like
And
that.
music
So
videos are not cheap unless
exactly.
well, quality ones. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Quality ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want a good video, like I seen the videos you had, like they look pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Good quality, So tell us more about like the direction you're headed in, like music wise, this
Yeah.
upcoming year. Because I know you mentioned doing a lot more Spanish, getting into the Spanish genre, the reggaeton scene.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
have some music like that, correct?
Right. Right. So I want to keep pushing for reggaeton and hip hop because this last year I just focused on reggaeton. I mean, I dropped some of the biggest records that I've done so far
Yeah.
in Spanish.
Okay.
And I've talked to people that come straight from the land Puerto Rico, Colombia. I showed them the music because I don't want to just bring stuff out and be like, oh, my shit is good.
Yeah.
I was like, man, let me go verify this with the people out there that really
Those
listen
guys
to
that
that
come
shit.
from like those places, they're very critical of like the music, like
Exactly.
people that do that style of music here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Even people from Mexico, like when people try to do, the that style of music,
Like,
when rappers try to do the
yeah.
Spanish music, like the Peso Pluma type
Oh yeah,
music,
like corridos,
yeah, or
tumbados,
like
and all that.
doing that kind of stuff, like they're very critical of it, man, because some of the artists now, what they do is they see what's popping and they go try to do that
Right, right,
when they
right,
really
right.
was rapping the whole time. And and I'm not saying, I'm not, hey, you do you, I don't really care what you do,
Yeah.
but you could tell when someone's not really genuine about doing, you know what I'm saying.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's your take on that, like seeing just like what would you say if someone were to say that to you, like, oh, you're just trying to capitalize off the reggaeton,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying you are,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
because I know you do it for real.
Yeah. Now I would just reply to them straight up like, look, I grew up listening to reggaeton.
Yeah.
So it's not like something that I just dove in 2023, 2024 and be like, oh, Bad Bunny's popping. Let me do that type of music. Man, I've been listening to when Daddy Yankee was at the top.
Yeah.
Obviously he's still at the top right now, but when he was like in his
No, I
prime,
know what you
we
mean.
seen Yandel. Like I
Yeah.
grew up listening to it, so now I kind of got my style off of those people. And
Yeah.
nowadays, the reason I started making it is because here in Houston, we don't have nobody that's really like that status of Bad Bunny or J Balvin from Houston. We don't have an artist like that that's made it super crazy at the top with reggaeton.
Yeah.
And we have so many people here that listen to it, man. I mean,
And I know a few artists that do that style of music, but
yeah.
I think their lack of consistency
Mm,
is what holds them back.
yeah, yeah.
Because I agree that genre is wide open. Like if
Yeah.
someone wanted that top spot in Houston to be the top reggaeton person, because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hope I'm not disrespecting nobody when I say this, but I don't know
Right,
who the
right.
top reggaeton person in Houston is.
Exactly.
Or
Me
even
either.
if we have one,
Yeah.
like I don't know
Yeah.
who that. I don't know who that is. If y'all know, shoot, let us know in the comments. Because
Exactly.
I
Let
really
us
don't
know because
know.
we getting to work as soon as this video's over. If y'all do know somebody that's really popping to that level of like maybe not J Balvin, but like getting there,
Yeah, yeah.
let us
I
know.
mean, I know Mexican OT's not from Houston, but Houston claims them.
Yeah, yeah.
We like in hip hop, we can say Mexican OT, D Baby, GT Garza, Doe Man. People we could say, the Young Easies, even hitting that level, those
Yeah,
guys. But in reggaeton, it's like, who is it? R&B, I don't know. I don't really know who that
exactly.
is either. Like those lanes are wide open to
Yeah,
me, at least for the Latino market.
yeah, yeah.
So
But yeah, so to kind of come back to the question, as far as what I'm trying to do now, so I feel like I kind of made my own twist to it, right? Because now my next music that I'm bringing out is gonna be hip hop and reggaeton kind of put in one. And
okay,
the way I do it is so like let's say I do a chorus in Spanish. The chorus is gonna be in Spanish. The beat's gonna be them reggaeton type beats, and then I'll have maybe some verses in English that are
yeah,
gonna fit perfectly with the Spanish.
okay,
And so I kind of want to start doing that because I want to get those Houston artists on my songs, because at first, I was doing Spanish and I had some hits. I'm talking about I had major hits. You can ask anybody if they ever listen to my music. They know like it's good reggaeton music, but we don't have anybody that's like, well, damn, I'm gonna put him on my song and I'm gonna elevate. So now let's say I do this different style of genre that I'm trying to make, where it's Spanish and English. I can go get instance example Sauce Walker on my song. Now we got Sauce Walker on a reggaeton song, and the way this is where I come into place with making it artistic, where it's gonna sound good with the English and the Spanish song in
yeah,
one. So that's what I'm be doing. Maybe I'll show you a song after we get done, and you'll see it
okay,
kind of like what it's kind of working with.
okay.
Uh, but yeah, it's a lot of stuff is coming, so I'll be able to put those hip hop people on my songs.
No, that's what's up, man. To be able to combine, that's not an easy thing to do. Cause not well, I say that because there's not many that have done something
Yeah.
similar. One of the I'm trying to think. I know I referenced this, and I think I remember hearing that Jesus, he did one with GT Garza. GT, it was pretty dope. You know, where GT did his part in English, and De Jesus did his part in Spanish, and it was a good song. You know, good video too. So I commend you for doing that, man. Because like I said, that's not something that people do every day. You know, It's not. I know it can't be easy.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm working on, and
Okay.
and we'll see what comes to the table this year. Like I said, I'm open to working with anybody. I mean, I got hip hop songs too. I mean,
Yeah.
I got fully hip hop songs that I'm working on too, because I've
So you
been
say you're
seeing
pretty much open to work in any kind of genre of music.
exactly, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So we'll play it like that. You know, the first song I'm gonna drop is probably gonna be in the next couple months,
Okay.
and then after that, I'm gonna decide like, hey, am I gonna stick to doing this multi-genre thing, or just stick to hip hop, or just reggaeton, or I might just do both. I mean, at the end of the day, I just like doing it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I feel like if you just enjoy doing it, I mean, why not? Like, I think a lot of times we overthink
Mm-hmm.
our situations because I know I do all the time, and it sometimes it holds me back, And then when I do finally drop something that I've been saying I was gonna do, but I've been hesitant,
Yeah.
it ends up working, and it's like, damn, I should have just done it the first time. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah,
I just should have went with my first thought, my first mind, because we're I know with me and a lot of other people when we talk, it's like, yeah, I'm my own biggest critic. I'm
oh
hard
yeah,
on myself. So now I get it, man. I mean, I feel like you should just do what you want. Okay.
right, exactly.
If your fan base is listening,
Mm-hmm.
to your music, and that's what they want. Eventually I think you'll see the separation, what people like
Right.
more. Because you got Drake that sings and raps.
Yeah,
Some people prefer the singing. Some people prefer when he raps.
yeah.
Most people don't care. They just fuck with him regardless. So
Mm-hmm.
no, I get what you're saying. So earlier you touched on the topic that we had spoke about before about paying to do shows
Yeah.
like what's you said you've done it before, but you said you have no plans to do it, or what is your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so before, I used to say that you shouldn't pay for shows. But now, now it became a content type of creation where like you have to make content no matter what to push yourself out. So
Hmm.
now, cause I've never paid for shows. Like I performed at V Live. I performed at a wedding.
Yeah.
I performed a couple places already. But I never once did I pay to be there. You know what I'm saying? Because in
Okay.
my mind, before I used to be like, well, why do I have to pay to get included? It should be like, well, damn, you're popping. Hey, I need you to perform. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, I mean, I got a different input on it. I would say you should pay for shows to an extent. Don't go crazy and pay no $1,000 for
Yeah.
one song, and then you open up for 25 people, and you get there. There's two people in the crowd, and that ain't going nowhere. So you gotta be
Yeah.
strategic when you pay for a show. But when you
And then
do,
them two people be rappers, like
yeah,
they
yeah,
be
yeah.
waiting for their turn to perform, really, because so I was naive to all this when I first started going to shows and showing love, and I was like, man, let me go show love to a
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
artist or a certain person who was throwing an event, and then I'd show up
Mm-hmm.
and it'd be a big crowd, but I'd be like, then you look, you're like, oh man, these guys are really just waiting to perform. Like they're not really here to support, or they're not really here to.
Right.
They're not the public. They're really
Mm-hmm.
just waiting for their turn to perform because they'll do their set and then leave. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So if you get that late, you perform late, shit, don't nobody really be there no more after
Yeah,
by the time you
exactly.
get up there.
Straight crickets, man. And
Yeah.
but I do say this: if you do decide to pay to perform, get as much content as you can from that one little slot, two songs. Take a lot of videos. Have a photographer. Do whatever you can so you can at least take advantage of you paying and going to get content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
No,
that I
I
would
agree.
say for that. So yeah, like I said, just be smart about paying for shows. So I'm not big on no pay for shows nowadays. I'm like, you know what, pay for a show if it's worth it. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's my answer to that.
No, I hear you. So I've never charged for people to perform at my events.
Mm-hmm.
Because I normally, well, not normally, I honestly, I handpick who I want. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we just, okay, so and so's popping, so and so's popping. Or it don't even got to be that they're popping, the music might fit.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it is the fact that they are making a buzz. They are. So if I see that you're steadily working and you've
Mm-hmm.
come to support me, and this is for everybody that's watching that be asking to perform at my shows and never been to an event,
Yeah, yeah.
your best bet is to pull up to an event,
Mm-hmm.
come in and say what's up, be like, hey, I'm so and so, man. If there's an opportunity for me to perform at one of your events,
Yeah.
let me know I'm available. I'm like, cool. I appreciate that more
Yeah.
than because honestly, I'm not saying I'll never take anyone's money,
Yeah.
but I have turned some down in the years prior.
Right,
I've
right,
turned
right.
down people that have offered to pay me, and I'm like, it's just it ain't that I don't want them. I just feel like sometimes the talent to it doesn't fit with what
Right.
the structure of the show is, like the type of artist that I have. We
Makes
try to
sense.
mix it up, man. We don't like this year. We're only doing 3 events,
Yeah,
and one
yeah.
of them be a toy drive. So I can't book someone that's going
Yeah,
up there
nothing
and
crazy.
cursing
Yeah, yeah.
and talking about killing the ops and doing that kind of thing. Like that's
Yeah.
and I did. Last year.
Yeah.
Last year we had an artist perform, man, and we told him we wanted clean music. We wanted the music to be clean or at least minimal to no cursing,
Yeah.
whatever. And bro, I remember turning around and hearing because all I heard was, "Yeah, I'm fucking on your bitch," and then and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yo," like everybody was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, what's up with this guy?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, we fucking." Needless to
Oh
say,
man.
he's never performed again for us. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
that's
feel
something
that.
to
No, I
keep in
feel that.
mind. That's something to
Hmm.
keep in mind for I mean not just you but other artists as well. Like yo, if you want to perform anywhere, you gotta have also clean music.
Exactly. Yeah.
You'll get into more places that way.
Yeah.
Because
You're
there's
right.
some places that they tell you if it's not clean, you can't perform, and they'll just go
Yeah.
get somebody else.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a big thing. I mean, a lot of the stuff, even like when you're on YouTube, whatever it is, if stuff ain't PG or at least semi PG, you
Yeah.
ain't gonna get paid.
No,
You
I
ain't gonna get
know.
shown like that. That's real right there. Cause like you said, a lot of people just put so much cuss words and this and that and killing and and that shit is cool to some people, but if you really want to market yourself and promote some
Yeah.
crazy, then
I was just
that
gonna
ain't
say,
gonna
like, if
work.
you want to go to that next level, you gotta now. If you want to stay underground and local, hey, by all means,
Right, right, right.
keep doing what you're doing. But don't sit there and be mad to why no one's booking you.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah,
I could say. Because as much as when we started, yeah, it was. I had literally literal gangsters like at my event
yeah,
performing,
yeah,
and it was dope. It got crunk,
yeah,
but
yeah.
at some point you got to make music that appeals to a bigger crowd.
Right,
If you want that.
right,
If
right.
like I said, if not, that's fine. I mean, and I'm not sitting here saying like we're some big time, you know, promotion or company, but
Mm-hmm.
that's just the way I'm choosing to run
Right, right, exactly.
it now. So,
Mm-hmm.
how do
I
you
feel
see
you.
the scene for the Mexicans, man? Like the rap scene, like the music scene. How do
Yeah.
you see it right now? Like for us in general.
Man, I feel like we need more people up there, bro. Um, we got a handful of people only right now. Like you
Yeah,
mentioned, Mexican OT is one of the biggest one.
yeah.
D Baby, he's going crazy too. But it's like, bro, besides the handful that we have here, look at everyone else that's at the top. We don't have many Mexicans that's really out there
No,
like getting it.
aside from them two, you got the guys that are out in Cali. The Lefty
Right, right,
Gunplays,
right. Yeah,
King
yeah,
No
yeah.
G's, and Pesos, and people like
Mhm.
that. I agree that we need more. Not that we need more, but we need more people at the top that
Right.
are in
We need more
positions
at the
to
top.
to
Yeah.
help open doors for
Exactly.
other artists. To open up.
Yeah, yeah, and I agree because we need that. Because like I said, that in hip hop, you got that top 1%. Those are the people that actually get the millions, actually get those 100K shows. We don't really have much Mexican people in that top 1%, so we need
Mm-mm.
more people to get up there. And like you said, I mean, let's say for instance, right, Mexican OT. Let's say down the road he gets up there with Drake. Now he has so much, he can help other Mexican people or other people
Yeah.
around him. Like, hey, boom, put them on game to show them how to get to that level. Cause
Like I like what he did with Jody. Like he put Jody on.
yeah, that's dope. Yeah, yeah,
Like some of those songs, I'll admit I don't think he needed him to put on. You know, he didn't need to put him on there, but it's like you're tossing him an alley oop.
Right, right,
Here you go, bro. Hey, it's a free shot right here, man. Go
right.
on and get on the this song is gonna do wonders for you, and it has. Because I mean, other than that, I don't think we would have known who Jody was if it wasn't for him putting him on his
Yeah,
records and
yeah.
having him with him everywhere. Now Jody probably
Exactly.
doing his own shows and
Exactly.
and things like that, just off the strength of being featured on that. So I like that, man. And I know it's hard because you can't. I'll never say, man, Mexican T, sorry, he ain't never opened the doors for nobody. Like, man, he can't do that for everybody, bro. I'm
Right,
sure he's trying to
exactly.
put other people on,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't do it for everybody either.
yeah. But hey, you put one on, that person puts one on, and and then those doors open for everybody else, so to speak.
Yeah, they just gotta keep pushing that momentum. Like right now, that Mexican OT, and I keep saying Mexican OT because him being
Well,
from
yeah,
Texas, and
of
he's
course.
really like, he took that big route to where the he got a major label. Now the major label has him. He was even on Joe Rogan, so it's like
Yeah,
a lot of those big moves. The label gonna take care of you. If you sign to a major label, they see potential in you. Obviously, they saw potential in Mexican OT. But what I'm trying to say is now that Mexican OT's on the spotlight right now, every other Mexican that's trying to make it big, they need to push too.
yeah.
Because now they're like, oh, look, this Mexican dude raps good. He's going crazy. And if someone else is pushing, oh, look at this Mexican guy. He's going crazy too. So it's like we got to just push until we get to the level.
You gotta work. You
Yeah.
gotta put in the work. I mean, just recently, a few months maybe, I saw him post that he was just exhausted. Like he had to
Yeah.
cancel the show because I think his voice
Yeah.
was gone or something like that, and he was just exhausted. I was like, yeah, he really put in that work. Like people don't
Yeah.
understand. Like to be at that level, bro. Like there's tons of work. There's no time off. There's
Right,
no
right.
man. I'm gonna take the day off. Nah, man. You're constantly. You got to go to the radio station. You got to go do a signing. You got to go
Exactly.
do an appearance, walkthroughs, concerts. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
don't. If you're tired now at the local level, then you're not ready for the big time because what he's doing, yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's tired, and he's tired. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
exactly. You're damn near where your body's telling you, like, hey, I can't get up, I can't walk.
And it takes a lot for us as men to say, "Hey, man, I'm tired," because we normally taught to just push through
Right, right,
and
right.
stop being a girl or stop being a bee,
Yeah, yeah.
and push through it and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, do you feel like the Mexican public, like I don't want to say just Mexicans, but
Mm-hmm.
Mexicans, Latinos in general, do you think they support brown artists like they should?
Mm, man, yes and no, because I always, uh, and I always mention this page because it's a big page, the food community.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Every time they post a new artist up there, you either gonna get 99% hate or you're gonna get 99%, oh, it's
That hate
fire.
be so real.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
insane, dog. That I see that because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
dog, we're never gonna come up if we're now. I'll admit a lot of it is not good though, but
Right,
because
right,
you
right,
can
right.
afford to pay to get on that page,
Exactly.
you're able to get on it, but you can't get mad at the results if you're really not that good.
The same thing with any other artist that comes up. At first, you're gonna get hate.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like everyone should carry that chip on their shoulder. Once you make it, that's when you get fans. It's sad that that's how it works, but that's how it is. But as far as the Mexican people, man, I feel like it's the same with everything else. They gonna hate you at first, and then you get a hit. Oh yeah, hell yeah, Mexican on yada yada yada. You get fans and shit, but
I
it's
feel like
like at first,
Mexican OT success is I don't want to say it's because of Mexicans, because he crossed over,
yeah,
right? So, and to me, crossing over means that you're accepted by the white, the black, and pretty much every other race now fucks with you.
yeah, yeah.
Then now us as Mexicans, we're like, oh shit, let's get behind them now because everybody else rocks with them. When
Yeah.
we should be supporting from the jump.
From the jump, yeah.
Yeah, from the jump because he's well, it's a tough subject, man, because
Yeah.
you also don't want to support someone if they're really not really good.
Right, 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 right.
Like you support them because they're your friend. That's what I tell people. I want to tell artists, right? Like, look, you don't get paid for shows. At least have merch. at your
Yeah.
shows. That way, when you do perform, just ask the promoter, "Yo, is it cool if I set up a table,
Yeah,
sell
yeah.
some merch?" That way, you can make some money.
Mm-hmm.
Because someone might see you perform and they'll be like, "Man, this dude pretty dope, man. So how can I support him other than just following you
Exactly.
on Instagram? Well, let me go buy a shirt. Let me go buy a hat,
Right, right.
whatever." So some people will support just cause, and then some people will support because your family. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Not necessarily talent wise.
Yeah. Now at the end of the day, the music gonna speak regardless, bro.
Yeah,
It don't matter who you are. If you got good music, at the end of the day, that's gonna speak. But you also gotta know how to promote it, market it, and carry yourself to where a label. If once a label finally puts eye on you, or I don't know, another artist puts eye on you, and they see that you got, oh, this dude got his head on right. He makes good music. That's a check. He got merch. He got all this other stuff. Check. He got the fan base. They're gonna pick you up. So.
so it's different than it was back then. Like labels
Hmm.
now, they want to see right. They want to see numbers.
Exactly.
Are the followers, first of all, are they real? Two,
Hmm.
are they supportive of what he does? And when I mean supportive, do they come out to shows? Like if he has a show, do people pop out for him? Do
Yeah.
people, if he has merch, let me see what his streaming numbers are like. Let me see
Hmm.
what his YouTube, Instagram. They see all that before they
Yeah.
even think about signing you.
Hmm.
Most of them do. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
that because I've seen interviews with big labels. Like I saw one with someone from I can't remember who it was from the Rock Nation. They were like, "Yeah, I mean, when we signed so and so, they only had 4 or 5 thousand followers,
That's very true.
and I thought
Yeah.
that was crazy because I thought
That's
they
very
would not
true.
mess with anybody
Hmm.
unless they had a big following already. But that's when you know someone's really into the artist development thing. They really
Right.
want to
Right.
develop. They see talent, pardon me, and they want to help
They
develop it.
get those connections, man. At the end of the day, it's not what you know, it's who you know
That's who you
too.
know.
Like you said, and I've seen some people like that. They have 1,000, 2,000 followers on Instagram, and they get a deal, and you're like,
Hmm.
man, how the hell did he get a deal?
Yeah.
But they just mark all the check marks. They see that he's marketable. They see that whichever fans he got now, 100% of them fuck with the music.
Yeah.
So now they're like, well, if 1,000 fans has 100% that they like it, let's put him in front of 1,000,000 fans. He's gonna get at least 90% of those people that gonna like
Yeah.
him. So that's I feel
I
like
like
that's how they see
I
it.
like what you said because I agree with that first part. I mean, I agree with it all, but I mean,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first part really is what I always say. Are you as an artist marketable? Do you have, and I hate to say it, but it is about looks,
Right, 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 right.
and I mean that more so with, no, I would say both for men and women,
Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
especially for women, you
Oh
got to have a
man.
certain look because if not, if you don't look good, it doesn't matter how good you are.
Yeah, and it's crazy because you either gotta look really good, or I mean, you could still be safe if you look really bad too. They just kind of promote you as a meme or something crazy.
Like who though?
Man, like
Give an
for
example. Like
instance, an
who?
example that always goes around, Lizzo. What do they always make fun of her? Her weight, her look. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But she makes good music. So like I mentioned, at the end of the day, the music is gonna speak. But also, either you look really good, like for instance,
But I mean, if we're being honest, how many Lizzos are out there?
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
It's like she's like a one of one.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like you ain't gonna see too many. And I'm not saying every female that's out there is
Right, right,
bad, but
right.
they're bad to somebody. Like I think
Exactly.
they look good enough to somebody.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's another.
But you right. If a female looks really really good, they obviously gonna have a better chance of making it, even if the music is
As
not
I
all
know
that.
females that are not good musically, and they'll
Exactly.
admit they're not good musically, but they look good, and people rock with them just off that, like
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they I always say this, like men feel like they when they see a woman like that, they'll support because they feel they'll have a shot at maybe getting with her
Right,
at
right,
some
right, right,
point.
right.
So they feel they'll show support, and women will rock with her just cause, like
Yeah,
it's different ball game for the women though. I could because they
yeah,
they
yeah,
get they already kind of like not uh but they're doing their thing as of right now within the
yeah,
last year or two maybe women from the underground to the mainstream
yeah.
are really running the game, man. You got your Lottos,
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Glorilla,
Glorilla, Sexy Red.
Sexy Red, even Sexy Red doing her thing, and then at the
Exactly.
local level, you got a lot of female artists that are doing their thing, like
Yup.
really, really dope. So It's good. I'm glad to see that though,
Yeah,
man, because
yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't like that at one point.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. I
So
respect
what's
it.
what 2025? We're here, right? We're just celebrated New Year's what
Yeah.
last week, I think, or whatever it
Mhm.
was. You know, what can people expect
Um.
from you, and when can people expect that from you?
So now I kind of want to give myself a little time frame, right? I don't want to wait. Like to me, in my opinion, if it's already 3 months into the year and you haven't dropped something, you're already behind. So in these
Mm.
next 3 months, I want to drop a project with a music video uh, behind it with a lot of interviews or maybe collab with somebody. But what I want to do is I want to drop a song, a music video, and then I want to do a big remix to where it's like I haven't seen it in a long time, but I don't know if you've seen it. But in like the reggaeton culture, they used to have these remixes
Oh
with
yeah,
like 5 artists on them.
yeah,
So what I want to do, if people from Houston or anybody, Texas, period, is watching this, I want to have at least 5 artists on that remix,
yeah.
and then make another video to where like now we got higher budgets, we could have a better video. We get all of our fan bases together. I feel like we can grow like that in Houston if we do the reggaeton here and it's small. Might as well come together, put our money together, make a video, get our fan bases together. That's what I'm trying to get into these next 3 months.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I like that because I remember when I heard the Debote remix. You
Mm.
know
Oh man, that went crazy.
that went
Yeah.
crazy, and that put me on to the other artists I didn't know. You know, I knew Osuna, I knew Bad Bunny,
Exactly.
whoever else. There was a few others that I knew of. I can't think because there was so many on that one actually.
Mm-hmm.
But when I heard the music and I heard the verses, I was like, damn, who is this? This dude sound his verse went crazy. So that
Yeah.
makes me want to go listen to. So I get what you're saying. It's like a good way to promote
Yeah. Yeah.
each other. Um, no, I hear you, bro. I think that's a great idea. I mean, I did a
Yeah.
cipher like 2 years ago. Of course, it was hip
Mm.
hop. You know, like I had 6 artists that I picked out,
Yeah.
all lyrical, monsters, and they came in and killed it, man. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like that song should be way bigger, and the video should have done better. But I mean, I understand like when it comes to lyricism and hip hop, for the Mexicans, there ain't too many,
Yeah.
that rock
Yeah.
with that kind of thing, I think it's starting to grow, but I like
Mm-hmm.
that idea, man. Just bringing them together because
Yeah. Exactly.
you expose each other's fan bases to each other,
Right.
so
Right.
it
So
can grow
that's
your fan base as well as theirs and whoever.
and everyone eats off of it. You know what I mean? So that's
Anyone
what's
in
gonna.
particular that you would want that
Man, from the top of my head, I don't know many from Houston. You mentioned one, the Jesus.
Yeah.
Obviously he's dope. He's probably gonna be one
We
that I'm
just
gonna
had
reach out to.
this guy named J Rob. He goes by J Rob. He performed at our toy drive, and he did the damn thing. He came
Okay.
to embrace the culture as well
Mm.
and introduce himself. He said he was there to see De Jesus, and I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I said, you know what, I'm gonna put him on at the toy drive. Just
Yeah.
let's see what he's got. Because I
Mm-hmm.
knew he did reggaeton. I was like, all right, let me. Hey, he did his thing. I was very
Yeah.
impressed with the music. So it might be something that we can help out
Yeah,
with as well.
exactly.
Connect
Like
the
I said,
dots.
man, I don't know many, so and this comes back to hey, we don't have many people doing it. We have them out there, but they're like a needle in a haystack. We don't know where they're at. So if they are out there, you can always reach out to you, to me, and let's make this happen. The Jesus is on there for sure. That I've seen. I got another partner, Demigo. I don't know if you've seen Demigo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's been doing this thing too. Um, and I got a couple other people, man, from the top of my head I can't think of right now, but it's gonna
Mm.
come together. We're gonna have strong people on the remixes, and I think it's gonna be dope, man. So it's exciting. It's exciting, man. It really is.
Nah, that's dope. Something to look forward to. Something different because I know De Jesus had a really dope song. I think it's a hit record.
Yeah.
It should have been a hit record. Like it should have been. They had a song called Que Lo Que,
Yeah.
and then they did a remix to it. Catra produced it. Catra was actually he'll be here this week coming up. I think doing an
Mm-hmm.
interview. He's a producer, manager for Cat Ramos. Um, See, he was on it with De Jesus. Cat Ramos was on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Alian, pretty dope too. Cuban artist. He does that style of music as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a few, man. You know, it's quite a few out there. But I thought that song should have been like way bigger than what it was. You know, but
Yeah.
again, the promotion and marketing, and then trying
Mm-hmm.
to not having that vehicle in Houston to push that record. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
I don't even know if we have a radio station that plays this. I know 104.9 was like that, but I don't even I don't know if that's still
Mm-hmm.
a station that plays music or that style of music.
Yeah,
But
Taylor. So it's that's why it's so difficult. You know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
It's difficult because, like I said, there's nobody at the top, or there's nobody. Like I'm pretty sure. Let's say, for instance, this is just throwing ideas. Imagine if Bad Bunny was from Houston.
Oh
You know
yeah.
how many goddamn radio stations out here will be like playing that, or it'll just be way different. So it's like we need to reach for that. It don't matter who it is. Like even if we gotta push just one person to get up there, just so they can start helping, just like how everyone else does it. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's gonna be difficult, but
Yeah.
like I said, I do it because
I'm the type
it's
that
fun.
you know what? Let's try. I don't care
Yeah,
if it happens. It happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least we tried. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at things. I don't want to. I don't ever want to end things with a what if. Like, damn, what if we would have done that, bro? That'd have been,
exactly. Yeah, no
I at
matter.
least say let's try
You
it.
don't want to die that way at all. You're gonna be in the deathbed, laying down already. Damn, what if I drop that video? Man, drop that shit. That's why I tell everybody: drop the video, drop the song, drop the whatever it is you got in the vault.
Yeah.
Just drop it, bro. Cause the least expected is gonna be the one that's gonna take off. So just drop it.
No, I agree. I agree, man. Well, we got some that a part that we from the last interview that didn't get aired that we'll have aired, but we'll be dropping that pretty
Yeah,
soon.
yeah.
And to introduce this bit to
Um,
this episode.
I, I I don't know if this part got into the other video, but I feel like um I would have to bring this up here because this interview place is called the Damn Mexicans, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to talk about it real quick before I
Yeah.
get out of here. But can Mexicans say the N word? And I'm gonna say N word because we want to monetize this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
I really want to talk about that. I don't know if it came through on the last interview or not, but I feel like I gotta say this because we are in the Damn Mexican interview podcast.
So if you're asking my opinion, I want I say no
Yeah, yeah,
because I know how that makes black people feel. Well, some
right, right, right.
because but then it's a tricky. That's the simple version, right,
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
answer. But I understand why we in Houston say it.
yeah.
And I speak for Houston. I can't speak for Dallas or any other city because it's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I even noticed the people in Cali, the Mexicans in Cali, are starting to use it.
Yeah,
There's some
yeah.
artists that say the word now, um, because we grew up like that. We grew up around black people. People call people black people that I've worked with
Right,
will
right.
call me that or refer to me as that and say
Exactly.
that that I'm their N word or
Right, right.
or you and that's just but I don't even with them I don't use it. You know what I'm saying? I don't be
Right.
like I'm gonna use it. I know sometimes people will be like, yeah, I use it around my friends,
Exactly.
or whatever, because that's how we grew up. But no, I get your point. But like again, the short answer is I don't think we should,
Yeah.
but I don't knock you if you do, if that
Right,
makes
right.
sense.
I would say, as far as saying the N word, if you say it a lot in your music and your songs, and you're a Mexican, try to avoid from doing it too much in your music
Correct.
because at the end of the day, not only if it's not skillful if you rhyme the N word with any other N word, like that's not skillful. But at the end of the day, like you said, maybe in Texas it's cool, right? We have homies, we say it all the time. We might say it so nonchalant, talking to each other, you don't even think about it. But when you go outside of Texas and you might want to get your image, maybe a label got your eyes, and he's like, well, he uses the N word too much and he's Mexican. That's not going to fit well when we promote him, when we market him. That might stop your growth. So
I
I would
see.
say
Yeah,
don't do it.
because I've
In
seen
the music.
yeah, because I've seen where people say that D Baby could be further in his music if he didn't use the N word as much. Because Mexican OT, from what I know of that I
Yeah,
remember, he doesn't. I think he used it in the beginning, but as he got
exactly.
on a
Yeah,
bigger platform, bigger scale, he stopped using it, which I think was a smart idea because, like you said, if you want to be marketable to a bigger audience, yeah. Because if not, you're gonna get judged. Because people judge all the time. You know,
Oh
like when
yeah.
they post certain people's videos, like Mexicans that use the N word a lot, they'll be like, "Why is he using the N word? I don't see no black person in the video." Da, da, da.
Yeah, that became very, and then like it wasn't like that before. I feel
Yeah.
like people wouldn't point that out so much, but now it's like they're like pointing it out so much to where like you know what I'm saying and I got a second answer to it. If you say the N word around your people, maybe you got black homies, Mexican homies saying it between each other. If the black homies are cool and they don't take offense on it, yeah, you could. I mean, I feel like there's no problem with it if they say you could say it, and you've been saying it since you were young, you grew up with them, you
Yeah.
know, whatever. I feel like it'll be fine if they don't feel
Yeah.
any.
Because again, I'll admit, I always say this: if you go to our YouTube channel, go all the way to the beginning of our page,
Yeah.
there's videos from us in the beginning where I was throwing the N word around like
Mm-hmm.
crazy. But I mean, it wasn't like a derogatory. It wasn't.
Right, right,
I
right.
wasn't saying it to disparage or talk shit about
Yeah, yeah,
them or anyone else. I was saying it because that's the way we spoke in the hood. Like
exactly.
we talk like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well,
nah, I see what you're saying. I get your point because, like I said, other than us and really, I don't know any other state. I mean, just recently, Fat Joe was on a Matt Hoffa podcast, and he was criticized for that. You know, like because he
mm,
was throwing the N word around, and in a room full of black people, and they were like, and nobody said nothing to him, nobody checked him for that. Like that's
yeah,
foul,
that's
you know.
crazy.
And they might say it's different for Puerto Ricans, you know, but I know in New York, the Latinos they say the N word a lot. The
Right,
Dominicans, the
right.
Puerto Ricans, all them cats, you know, throw the N word around like that. So
Yeah.
that's
So
always
we'll let the people decide in the comments,
yeah.
man.
Y'all
That's
let us know in the comments, man. We're gonna definitely clip this part and do like a poll or something,
mm-hmm.
and let y'all let us know what y'all think about that. But any shout outs, man, before we get out of here, bro.
Man, I really want to shout out first and foremost my family. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
pops, my brothers, my lady at home. You know what I'm saying? All that matters because if you don't got a strong base and someone that you can always go to and talk to when shit's getting rough, you know, if you don't have that, man, you might fall through and give up on your dreams. So I shout out to them first, you know, my family and stuff. My engineer that I've been working with, Danny, you know what I'm saying? He's been making all my Spanish stuff.
Okay.
Uh, you know, shout out to him. Shout out my partner Benji, man. We made music from the beginning. We got a couple songs out. Shit, he performed with me at Be Live.
Okay.
That was dope. And yeah, man, just shout out everybody that's rocking with me, you know, who's actually listening, liking, resharing. Like I take note on all that shit
Yeah,
so
yeah, for
hard,
sure.
bro. Whoever likes my stuff, reshares, does anything like that, I for real, like I appreciate that. So shout out to them too. So yeah, and shout out to you, man, for having
Oh
me on
yeah.
your platform. You know what I'm saying? And we running it back,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
we gonna have another one soon.
Yeah.
And that's really much it, man.
Nah,
But
no
yeah,
doubt, no doubt. We're gonna put a link in the description where they guys can, where they can follow you and on Instagram and everywhere else. So y'all go tap in with bro if y'all like the idea of the reggaeton song,
yeah,
about doing, getting together and putting it together.
yeah,
Shout out to him or us, and we'll connect the dots and
for sure.
whatnot. So
Yeah.
now y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. We appreciate like this videos, hit the subscribe button, share it with somebody if you feel like this can, connect with somebody else, and y'all go tap in with bro right here, man, and
Yes,
and
sir.
and let them know you saw him on TDM Talk. We appreciate everybody that's watching, man. Appreciate everybody, literally for real, for real. Like the love, the views is organic. We appreciate all that.
Yeah.
On that note, man, we are them damn Mexicans.